Hi everyone, Code 7 over here. Um, I know many people are trying to take the Introduction to Communication, which is a C464. It is relatively easy. I just wanted to share my experience with the course. Um, when you get into it, I would say you should follow whatever the instructor is telling you to do. You can follow it. But I'll just share what I did differently. Maybe that might help. I think I believe people do their own stuff differently and try different things, and some things might work out and some might not work out. But I'm hoping this will work out for you. So what I did was I just skimmed through the quizzes. Um, there were a lot of like quizzes in the materials that you could take. So I took all those quizzes. So when I took them over time, I kind of like the ones that I failed, I went back to it. So it was basically to me it was like studying. So when I did not, and I'm saying this um, for people to understand that you can try different things, but this is what worked for me. So what I did was when I did not understand something, because I couldn't go through the whole book. So when I did not understand something from a question, I just took it, copy it, and I took it. I wish I could show my screen right now, but I can't. So I just took it and I copied it, pasted in ChatGPT, and kind of like put the title. What am I saying? I put the introduction to communication, all that stuff, and put more details and telling it to kind of like explain the question, the answer, the other answers that were not correct, and how they might relate. So it kind of like broke everything down for me. So that kind of like opened my knowledge more. So you can give that a try if that might work for you. But that was just what worked for me. And when I took the PA, the first time, I literally passed it. I aced it like right away. And I believe I think I took the exam the next day or the same day, probably. It was probably the next day I took it. And you're gonna have two tasks in it. So the first one is you write in a paper, and I think that paper is like you giving kind of like a presentation, and you have to follow. They kind of like have some guidelines that you literally have to follow. And from the book, it's just while you're going through the materials, it kind of like teaches you about communication, how to present yourself, the thesis, things like that. So it's kind of like you follow the same thing in tax one. You read and you go through everything, and you kind of like write something out of your choosing. I think they gave you some. I did this weeks or months back, so I'm kind of like paraphrasing right now. I just decided to make that recording to give it out to people who might need it now. So when you do that, it is relatively easy. Then you're gonna jump to tax two after completing tax one. Tax two is just basically you recording what making a video of yourself if you of the paper you made. So that's just pretty much it. And it is easy. You don't have to be perfect. I'm not like the perfect speaker in the world, but I was learning, and I felt like that course is very helpful. It's kind of like something that you will definitely need in future, and it was very good that WGU have that in there. It was very awesome, very easy, and you actually learn a lot. So if you want to actually learn about communication, maybe super good like me, you could actually, you know, go through it, take your time if you want to. But if you want to go through it fast, this is how I did it to kind of like speed through it right away, and it was relatively very quick for me. So try that. You don't have to be perfect. You just heard me say I literally did that in the video. I'm not kidding you, and I passed it. So it's just they just want you to go through basically just say it like you have some audience in front of you. You can you can try to use you can use your screen. You can have it in your on your screen and just basically read out what you wrote and just be more confident and just that's just pretty much it. It was very easy. So it is very easy. Jump into it, take it. You're definitely gonna pass it. I strongly believe. I think it was just like an easy knockoff that you could just kick out of the window and stuff. So, anyways, if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Um, I know it's been like over a year or so that I made a video, but I'm consistently going to be making many videos moving forward about my experience with classes, and I'm going to be sharing like few tips here and there. So, anyways, um, I don't know if I pronounce hours, night hours, or wherever. WGU people, stay blessed and go past your classes. Bye.